Hi guys, Roman Sliders here. It's the 31st of August 2012 and I'm back from holiday for this week's Q&A. I'm back and I've got 3 new questions, so let's get the ball rolling again. Aberman asks, have you played Pokemon and do you like it? Yes, I played Pokemon, particularly the original Pokemon Blue for the Game Boy. It was a huge deal when Pokemon came out in the UK and also all over the world. But I remember particularly so in the UK. And also the cartoon series as well. I was a big fan of the cartoon series. I really enjoyed watching it. So I'm familiar with the original 150 or 151. I also like playing Pokemon Stadium for the Nintendo 64. I really thought it was awesome that you could use the transfer pack to transfer the Pokemon on your Game Boy onto the big screen and see them in proper 3D. I thought that was really amazing at the time. But I suppose after a while, Pokemon passed me by. They started introducing more of them, and I sort of lost interest in a bit. I did watch the TV series now and then, but it was sort of like the never-ending story. It would keep going on, and I thought the stories would repeat themselves, so I stopped watching. And so so I remember watching the original 150 and being comfortable with that, but after that it sort of became its own thing and just morphed into something else. Every now and then I do get out the Game Boy emulator on the PC and do play Pokemon Blue for old time's sake. So yes, I love playing Pokemon when I did, and for nostalgia, and I think it's great. Gamers Cacophony wants to know, which gaming genre do you think has grown the fastest in the last 3 years? I would say the gaming genre that has grown the fastest has been the zombie genre and the survival horror genre in general. From Left 4 Dead, and Dead Rising, Zombie U, which will be an upcoming title for the Wii U, and of course Resident Evil. There have been lots of zombie games, and I was reading an article which said that there have been more zombie games within the last 3 to 5 years than there have ever been in the history of video games, which is quite an achievement and quite something. I've never been a huge survival horror fan. It's not really sort of the games I enjoy. But there have been so many of them, particularly within the last half decade, that I think we're getting close to burnout and saturation of the market in that genre. Personally, I'd like to see a resurgence in platformers, as that's what got me into video games, but we'll see. Captain Z97 asks, if you were a story writer for a game, what would you choose to write? If I was a video game writer, then I'd probably write a light-hearted platforming game, or indeed I might write a fantasy game or an RPG in the style of Final Fantasy or Xenoblade Chronicles. Yeah, I'd probably write an RPG. I think in terms of story development, they're the best type of games to write for, because you have to invest time in them. You have to build up your players, and it's all about character development. And what I like about RPGs is that you have a clear beginning, middle, and end, in much the same way as if you are writing a novel. And I think RPGs are the best for storylines. They give the best character development. So yeah, I think role-playing games will be the best to write for. Thanks again for all your questions. Keep sending them in by either leaving a comment below or go to my Facebook page and post them there, where you can also get regular updates on what I'm doing next. I should have my full Cybertron Transformers review out next week, so look out for that. And there should be more gaming rewinds on the way. Again, keep sending in your questions, and until next time, peace out, guys.